right, so for lesson 4.10 today, our objective is that we are going to multiply numbers to play the game multiplication wrestling correctly. So today we're going to play a game to practice solving 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problems. We have been working on 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problems for the last couple of lessons, and so we're going to learn a game today on everyday math that's going to help us do that. So when you go to everyday math games, I'm going to show you how to play. You know that you would go to McGraw-Hill from the Perry Township Resource Portal. When you do that, it'll pull up everyday math. If you come over here, you would hit the games. Now, yours might look a little bit different because I'm on the teacher version. But when you get here onto the games, you're going to see it down here. It's in the one-person game. You're going to click on multiplication wrestling. And then you'll click on this tab. Now, let's look at our skill. The skill is multiplying 2-digit numbers. So that's what we've been working on. And it says try to get the highest score you can. That's the goal of the game. And during each round, you can arrange your 4 number cards into the largest 2-digit numbers you can. And then you use those numbers to make your teams. Find your team's partial products. That's like the parts that are in the boxes by doing your 10s by your 10s and your 10s times your 1 and then your 1 time your 10 and your 1 time your 1. And then you're going to find your total product by adding those up. So each time you get a larger total, it will become your higher score. So let me show you an example here. So the numbers over here that they were given were a 7, a 1, an 8, and a 3. You want to make the biggest numbers you can by using your highest 2 numbers as your tens places. So my highest 2 numbers were my 8 and my 7. So my 8 is over here, my 7 is over on this side. Then my ones places would be my other 2 digits, the 3 and the 1. When I do this, I'm going to break this up into my expanded form. This is like if I had my rectangle here, I would break the 83 up into an 80 plus a 3. Then I'm going to multiply that by my other number, which I break up into place values, which is a 70 plus a 1. Now, the way this works is you're going to do your first number times your first number. So up here, it's 80 times 70, and you get the answer. Then you would do your first number times your second number. That's 80 times 1 is 80. Then you're going to come to your second number by your first number, which is 210, and then your second number by your second number, which is 3. And then you add all that up, and your total product is 5,893. That means the answer to 83 times 71 is 5,893. So let's go ahead and show you a practice round. Okay, so it'll ask you to pick your color. I'll go pink.
Let's play multiplication wrestling.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so
Use the numbers to form 2 2-digit numbers that will give the highest possible product when multiplied.
So remember, if
Enter your 2 2-digit numbers.
So remember, if you're doing that, you want to pick your highest number first. So I would pick a 9. Oh, I have to maybe type it. Hold on. Nope. Oh, down here. Sorry. Use the keyboard. So there's my first digit. And then I would use my second highest digit will be in the next one. So I don't want to use the 8. So I could do a 96. I want to have this be the biggest number. And then my 2 digits left would be 81. So it'd be, and say, okay. Then it'll come over here for the second one. Biggest digit left and 81. Click OK. Okay. So now what you're going to do.
Create 2 teams by showing each number as a sum of 10s and 1s.
So we're going to break up 96 into my tens places, which is 90. Click OK. And then the 6 is my ones place. Click OK. So that's 96. Over here, I do the same thing to make it 80. Click OK. And 1 for 81. Now I'm going to come up here.
Complete a multiplication sentence for each of the 4 products.
So remember, it's first digit or first value by first value. So it'd be 90. Click OK. Times 80, because I'm doing the 90 times the 80. Click OK. And then to answer that, I'm going to do my basic math facts. 9 times 8 is 72. There's a 0 on the 90 and a 0 on the 80. Click OK. Now I'm going to do my first number, 90, times my second number, 1. Click OK. My answer is 90. I click OK. Now, if you notice, I've done 90 by both of these numbers. Okay, this is our partial products. So now I'm going to go over here to my second number, which is a 6. Click OK. And I'm going to do it times that first number, 80. Click OK. 6 times 8 is 48. And then there's 1 0 to attach on the 80. And I click OK. And now I'm going to do my 6 times my last number, 6 times 1. What if I accidentally type in the wrong number? I typed in a 7. I can clear that by hitting the C. So I'm going to do 6, press OK, 1, press OK. My answer is 6, press OK. The last thing I have to do is get my total. Now remember, for my total, I'm going to add this up. So you might grab a piece of paper or a pencil or your whiteboards to do this. So when I get my final answer, it's going to be 7,776. I was doing that in my head. Let's make sure that's correct. Yep, looks correct. So I press OK. And I get that correct. So that becomes my score.
High product. Congratulations.
And so then it would go to the next problem and it would come up again. And I'm not going to do that again.
To form
So that's how you play multiplication wrestling. So when you get to this point, go ahead and give that a go.